Welcome back to the channel, fellow numismatics lovers, world coin collectors, and everyone curious about the value of the coins they've picked up on their travels across Europe. Today, we're diving into a truly fascinating piece, the 1999 10 cent coin. Now you might be asking, what could possibly be special about a small golden-colored coin that's only worth 10 cents in the Eurozone? But hang on, because when it comes to coin collecting, value is never just about face value. It's about history, scarcity, condition, origin, and of course, collector demand. And that's where this coin starts to become interesting. The 10 cent coin dated 1999 is especially important for one major reason. It marks the very first year of euro coin minting. Although euro banknotes and coins officially entered circulation in 2002, the coins themselves started being minted in 1999. This early production was intended to allow banks and countries across Europe time to stockpile coins before the full launch of the new shared currency (ESO). Coins with a 1999 date are essentially pre-release editions, minted ahead of time, but carrying the foundational spirit of what would become one of the most significant monetary systems in the world. And here's where the story really begins. The 10 cent coin is part of the third series of euro coin denominations. It's made of Nordic gold, which is an alloy composed of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin. Despite its name, it contains no actual gold. It just has that shiny golden appearance. This particular alloy was chosen for its durability, corrosion resistance, and most importantly, for being friendly to vending machines and automated coin acceptance systems. Its unique color also helps visually differentiate it from other coins in the euro set. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the reverse side, which is the same across all Eurozone countries, you'll see a map of Europe with 15 countries highlighted. Reflecting the original members of the European Union in 1999, lines connect the nations, symbolizing unity and connection through commerce and policy. The reverse was designed by Luc Louix, a Belgian artist who beat out competitors from across Europe with his modern interconnected design. It also features the coin's denomination, 10 cent, written clearly, along with 6 fine lines and 12 stars, symbolizing the European flag. Now flip it over to the obverse side, and here's where things get a bit more intriguing. Unlike the reverse, the obverse design changes depending on the country of minting. Each participating Eurozone nation was allowed to use its own unique design on the front of the coins. This creates a beautiful mix of national pride and continental unity. For example, France features the sower La Semeuse, representing agricultural tradition and hope. Italy might show a depiction of architecture or historical art. Germany often features the Brandenburg Gate, and smaller nations like Finland or Belgium include their royal or symbolic emblems. Because of this variation, collectors often want one of each country's coin, and for the 1999 date, some versions are far rarer than others. So let's talk about scarcity and collector demand, which is where value comes in. The countries that minted large quantities of the 1999 10 cent, like France, Germany, and Spain, produced millions of these coins. As a result, their value remains relatively modest, unless you find one in perfect, uncirculated condition or with an error. However, some countries minted fewer coins or had more limited production in 1999, making their versions more desirable. Coins from Belgium, the Netherlands, Finland, and Luxembourg can sometimes sell for a higher price, especially if they're uncirculated or come with mint packaging. Error coins such as double strikes, off-center presses, or incorrect planchets are even more valuable and can fetch significant premiums depending on rarity and condition. What exactly is the market value of a 1999 10 cent coin today in US dollars? Let's break it down by condition. A circulated coin in good condition, where the features are visible but there's noticeable wear, might be worth between $0.25 to $1. This is already more than its face value if you consider the exchange rate. A very fine to extremely fine example, which has minimal wear and strong detail, could be valued at $1 to $3, depending on the country and demand. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a mint state or uncirculated 1999 10 euro cent coin, those could go for $5 to $10 or more on platforms like eBay, Namista, or collector auctions. And if your coin is part of a proof set or has a known minting error, then you're talking about $20, $30, or even more, especially if authenticated and graded. Another key point to consider is the long-term investment value. While today's prices may seem modest, the number of surviving 1999 10 euro cent coins in excellent condition will decrease over time. Circulation naturally wears coins down, and because most people don't preserve low-denomination coins, finding pristine examples in 10 or 20 years will become increasingly rare. That's why serious collectors are already picking these up and storing them in protective sleeves or certified slabs. The demand for full-year sets from all countries also continues to grow, especially among Eurozone collectors and historical currency enthusiasts. So if you have one, or better yet, multiple 1999 10-cent coins from different countries, keep them safe. Their value may increase steadily as time goes on. So how do you find out if your 1999 10 euro-cent coin is valuable? First, identify the country of origin by looking at the obverse side. Then evaluate the coin's condition. Is it worn down, or are the details still sharp and bright? Use a magnifying glass and look for any anomalies or minting errors, like doubling of the design, off-center elements, or unusual coloring. You can compare your coin to online listings or use coin apps to estimate market value. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to bring your coin to a professional coin dealer or numismatic expert for an evaluation. Before we wrap up, here's one last tip. If you ever find an entire 1,999 euro coin set, especially in uncirculated condition, those can be worth much more as a full collection, sets from smaller nations, or those housed in original government packaging, are especially attractive to collectors and can fetch $50 to $150 or more, depending on the country and demand. Next up, the 10 euro-cent coin from the year 2000. Now you might be thinking, it's just a regular coin, right? But in the world of numismatics, even the most common coins can carry fascinating stories, unique historical relevance, and in some cases, hidden value. The 2010 euro-cent coin is part of the early years of the euro currency system. Although the euro coins and banknotes officially came into circulation in January 2002, coins were already being minted years earlier to prepare for the transition. So, coins dated 2000 are part of that pre-launch era. They were created not just for circulation, but also to help banks, businesses, and citizens across the European Union get familiar with the look and feel of this new unified currency. This makes these coins historically significant. They're among the first waves of euro currency, minted during a time of monumental change in Europe's financial and political landscape. Now, let's talk about the design. The 10 euro-cent coin features a standard reverse side that's common across all Eurozone countries. This side, designed by Belgian artist Luc Louix, showcases a map of Europe, the 12 stars of the European flag, and fine lines symbolizing unity and connection across nations. The large numeral 10 and the text Eurocent clearly mark its denomination. This reverse design emphasizes the shared identity and economic unity of the Eurozone, something truly historic for the continent. But the real charm lies in the obverse side, which varies by country. That's right. Each member of the Eurozone has its own unique national design on the obverse side of the coin. These include famous symbols, historical figures, and cultural icons. For example, Germany's 10-cent coin from 2000 displays the Brandenburg Gate, a symbol of peace and unity. France features La Semeuse, the sower, which represents agriculture and growth. Italy may show Botticelli's Birth of Venus, a nod to Renaissance art. Meanwhile, Spain has the face of Miguel de Cervantes, the author of Don Quixote. Every country tells a story through its design, and this gives each coin a collectible uniqueness, even though they all share the same denomination and size. Now, in terms of composition, the 10-cent coin is made of Nordic gold, a metal alloy consisting of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin. Despite its shiny gold-like appearance, it contains no actual gold. However, it's durable, resistant to tarnish, and easily distinguishable, making it ideal for everyday use. It weighs 4.10 grams, has a diameter of 19.75 millimeters, and features smooth, finely ribbed edges. So now comes the big question. Is the 2010 euro cent coin worth anything today? And the answer is, it depends. In general, circulated examples of the 2010 cent coin are not considered rare. However, value increases based on condition, country of origin, and minting errors. A coin in average circulated condition might not fetch more than its face value, equivalent to about $0.10 to $0.15 at current exchange rates. But that's not the whole story. That if your coin is in good condition, with clear details and minimal wear, collectors might pay more, typically around $0.30 to $1. Coins in very fine to extremely fine condition, or those stored in coin holders since minting, can reach up to $2 to $3. Especially if they come from countries with smaller mintages like Luxembourg, Finland, or Belgium. Now, if you happen to have a mint condition or uncirculated 2010 cent coin, particularly from a proof set or official mint issue, you could be looking at a value of $5 to $10 or more. And for error coins, such as misaligned dies, double strikes, or off-center mints, the value can jump dramatically. Some of these errors are rare and highly sought after, fetching $20 to even $50 or more, depending on their visibility and rarity. Another major factor in determining value is the country of minting. While countries like Germany, France, and Spain produced tens of millions of 10-cent coins in 2000, others had smaller runs. If you have a coin from a smaller Eurozone nation, or from a transitional year mint set, it may be much rarer. In particular, uncirculated sets from San Marino, Monaco, and Vatican City are extremely limited and can be quite valuable. Let's not forget about collector trends. The euro has been around for over 2 decades now, and as more people begin collecting full sets by year and country, demand continues to grow, especially for the earlier coins like those from 1999 and 2000. And since so many of these coins have been used daily in circulation, it's actually becoming harder to find clean, uncirculated examples. That's why savvy collectors are scooping them up now, while prices are still reasonable. So if you're holding a 2010 euro cent coin, what should you do next? First, inspect the obverse side to determine which country it comes from. Next, evaluate its condition. Are the details clear? Is there minimal scratching or wear? If you suspect it might be uncirculated or an error coin, consider getting it graded or appraised. Online platforms like eBay, Nemista, or coin-specific collector forums can help you compare prices and demand for coins similar to yours. You can also visit a local coin shop or numismatics fair to learn more. In conclusion, while the 2010 euro cent coin may seem like just another everyday coin, it actually holds an important place in European currency history. That it symbolizes the early days of a unified monetary system and offers a variety of collectible possibilities due to national designs, early minting status, and condition-based value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keeping an eye on these early euro coins is a smart move. Their value may not be sky-high today, but in the world of coin collecting, time and rarity always work in your favor. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might have one of these coins sitting in their pocket or coin jar. And let us know in the comments, what country is your 2010 euro cent coin from? We'd love to hear your story and help you determine if your coin might be a future collector's treasure. Next up, the 2005 10 euro cent coin. At first glance, it might seem like just another common coin in your pocket or coin jar. But stay with me, because the story behind this coin is more valuable than you might expect. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, this video will give you all the important details about the coin's design, background, and current market value in US dollars. Let's start with a bit of context. The euro was first introduced in 1999 as an electronic currency, and the coins and notes officially entered circulation in January 2002. So by the time 2005 came around, the euro was only a few years old, but its coins were already circulating across more than a dozen countries in the European Union. That makes the 2005 10-cent coin part of the first generation of euro coinage, a crucial period in modern European history where several nations gave up their national currencies for one shared monetary system. Now let's break down the design of the 10 euro cent coin. Just like other denominations, it has two sides, the common reverse side and the national obverse side. The reverse side was designed by Luc Louix of the Royal Belgian Mint. That IT shows a globe with Europe prominently visible, crisscrossed by 6 fine lines ending in stars. The numeral 10 is bold and easy to read, with the text euro cent beneath it. It's a simple yet modern design meant to represent unity, cooperation, and the shared identity of European countries. But where things get more interesting is on the obverse side, the side that changes depending on the country that issued the coin. In 2005, over 15 Eurozone countries were minting 10-cent coins, each with their own unique national design. For example, Germany issued coins with the famous Brandenburg Gate, symbolizing unity and peace. France's 2005 coin featured la semeuse, or the sower, a symbol of agriculture and growth. Italy's 10-cent coin showed Botticelli's Birth of Venus, a beautiful tribute to Renaissance art. Spain honored author Miguel de Cervantes, representing literature and cultural pride. And other nations like Austria, Greece, Portugal, and Ireland all had their own designs as well, making each coin truly distinct. These national sides not only reflect the culture and history of each country, but they also add a layer of interest for collectors who want to complete full sets from every Eurozone country and year. That's part of what makes collecting euro coins such a rewarding hobby. Now let's talk about the coin's technical details. The 10-cent coin is made from Nordic gold, a gold-colored alloy made of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin. It's non-magnetic, corrosion-resistant, and chosen specifically for its durability in daily use. It weighs exactly 10 grams, has a diameter of 19.75 millimeters, and features a smooth edge with fine indentations, giving it a recognizable feel. Alright, let's move on to what many of you are here for, the current market value of the 2005 10 euro cent coin in U.S. dollars. And if your coin is in average circulated condition, the value usually hovers around its face value, roughly $0. 10 to $0. 15 US dollars, depending on the exchange rate. However, that's not the whole story. That if your coin is in good condition, with minimal wear and clear detail, it may fetch between $0. 25 to 1 US dollar, especially if it comes from a country with lower mintage numbers or strong collector demand. For example, coins from Slovenia, Finland, or Luxembourg tend to be less common than those from Germany or France, and can command a slightly higher price among collectors. Now, if you got a coin in uncirculated or near mint condition, things start to get even more interesting. These coins can be valued between $2 and $5 US, particularly if they're still in mint packaging or came from an official 2005 euro mint set. What really excites collectors, though, are error coins. These could include things like misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors, imperfections that occurred during the minting process. While rare, these types of coins can fetch significantly more, anywhere from $10 to $50 US or even higher, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. Another factor to keep in mind is demand from collectors. More and more people are starting to collect complete year sets and country sets, which includes the 10-cent coin from 2005. Since these coins have now been in circulation for nearly 2 decades, finding one in pristine condition is becoming increasingly difficult. As a result, their value may increase slowly over time, especially for the less common versions. If you're unsure whether your coin has collector value, the first step is to determine which country issued it, then examine its condition. If it looks crisp, clean, and still retains its original shine, it might be worth setting aside. You can also check online platforms like eBay, Nemista, or Coinoscope to see what similar coins are selling for. And if you think you've got something really special, like an error coin, it might be worth having it graded by a professional coin grading service. In conclusion, the 2005 10 cent coin might not make you rich overnight, but it's far from just pocket change. It's a coin with cultural depth, historic relevance, and growing collector interest. Whether you found it in your change or inherited it in a family collection, it's definitely worth a closer look. As time goes on, and these early euro coins become harder to find in great condition, their value will only increase. So don't underestimate that little gold-colored coin. It could be a small but important piece of European monetary history sitting right in your hands. Next up, the 2001 10 cent coin in good condition. And yes, we'll also reveal how much it could be worth in today's dollars. So, if you have one of these coins in your collection, or you've just found it in your change, stay tuned. This might be more than just a piece of pocket money. Let's start with a little historical context. While the euro currency was officially launched in 1999 as a digital unit for electronic payments, the physical coins and notes only began circulating in January 2002. So you might be wondering, how is there a 10 cent coin dated 2001? That's a great question. You see, the euro coins were minted in advance of their release. Many countries began minting their euro coins in 1999, 2000, and 2001 in preparation for the big launch on New Year's Day, 2002. This makes the 2001 dated coins among the earliest euro coins ever struck, even though they weren't released into the public's hands until the following year. Now let's take a closer look at the design of the 10 cent coin. The reverse side, which is common across all countries in the Eurozone, was created by Belgian designer Luc Luix. It features a globe showing Europe in relation to the world, with 6 fine lines cutting across and connecting 12 stars. The large numeral 10 is boldly displayed, with euro cent beneath it. This side of the coin represents unity among the European nations. However, the obverse side of the coin is what truly sets each country's version apart. In 2001, more than a dozen European countries minted their own 10 cent coins with national designs on the obverse. For example, Germany's 10 cent coin features the Brandenburg Gate, a symbol of unity and freedom. France's coin displays La Semeuse, or the sower, a long-standing icon in French coinage. Italy's version features Sandro Botticelli's Birth of Venus, linking modern currency to Renaissance art. Spain's coin showcases a portrait of Miguel de Cervantes, the legendary Spanish writer. Finland, Austria, Belgium, Netherlands, Portugal, Ireland, and others also issued their own unique versions. All of these were minted in 2001 ahead of the official circulation, and they carry both historical and collector significance. Now let's talk about the physical features of the 10 cent coin, that it's made of a metal alloy called Nordic gold, which is not actually gold, but a blend of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin. It gives the coin its distinctive golden appearance. The coin weighs 10 grams, has a diameter of 19.75 millimeters, and a smooth edge with fine indentations that give it a tactile feel. These features make the coin durable and easily identifiable in your hand. Next up, market value in 2024. If your 2001 10 cent coin is in good condition, meaning likely circulated with visible details and only minor wear, its value typically ranges from $0.25 to $1 depending on the country of origin and overall demand. Coins from larger countries like Germany, France, and Italy are quite common, so their value may be on the lower end. But coins from smaller mintage countries, such as Luxembourg, Finland, or Ireland, could be more desirable and fetch slightly higher prices among collectors. Now, if your coin is in uncirculated or mint condition, especially if it came from a 2001 euro coin starter kit or mint set, it could be worth anywhere from $2 to $6 USD. These coins were preserved before being released into general circulation and often show no signs of wear, which makes them very attractive to collectors aiming for pristine sets. There's more. If you happen to find a 2001 10 cent coin with a minting error, you might have a real treasure. Errors could include off-center strikes, die cracks, double images, or missing elements. These coins are rare, and their value can range from $10 to $50 or more, depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. Another factor affecting value is collector interest in full-year sets. Since the 2001 dated coins were not released into circulation until 2002, they hold a special place in history as part of the pre-Euro coin sets. Many collectors aim to collect every denomination from every Eurozone country, and the 2001 series is essential for completing those early sets. Want to know exactly how much your coin might be worth today? Check online platforms like eBay, Numista, and coin collecting forums that you'll find plenty of listings showing what 2001 10-cent coins are currently selling for, both individually and as part of sets. And if you think you've got an error coin or a particularly rare version, consider having it graded by a professional numismatist. In conclusion, while the 2001 10-euro-cent coin may not seem special at first glance, it holds important historical value as part of the euro's foundation. Its unique status as a pre-circulation issue, combined with its national designs and potential for rare errors, makes it a great coin to look out for, especially if it's in good or uncirculated condition. And as time passes and these coins become scarcer in great shape, their value is only likely to grow. So go ahead, check your collection, dig through your old travel coins, and see if you have one of these golden little gems. You might just be holding a piece of European history in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2001 10-euro-cent coin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below with what country your coin is from. Have a coin you'd like us to feature next? Let us know. Until next time, happy collecting. And remember, the smallest coins often have the biggest stories.